People at the provinces.
People know what you're up to. Shame on you and your globalist counterparts. You're scumbag. You're an absolute scumbag.
Hello, my friends. We have been waiting for this moment.
Hey there, how you doing?
Shaking your hand, bro. You're a piece of shit, man.
Why is that, sir?
You up the entire country. You got our buddy over there.
Yeah, but how did I mess up this country?
Can anybody afford a home? In this day, they're charging people carbon tax. You got 9 V8s here idling for 30 minutes.
Welcome to Canonymous. This video is titled something like what Canada thinks of Pierre Poilievre, not Trudeau, but I wanted some good contrast. Now, most of you watching this probably love him, and maybe there's a few of you that hate him, but what are Canadians as a whole really thinking about the man, the myth, the legend, Pierre Poilievre? Alright, let's get serious. With this first video right here.
Latest Nanos ballot tracking is done every week under the blue team, Conservative.
So bun the other parties at the moment that don't really mean anything. The Conservatives are crushing. The Libs are dropping so fast. They're making the NDP look good. Do you know how hard it is to make Jagmeet look good? Now, you don't need to be a rocket surgeon to see people are growing closer and closer to the Conservative Party every passing day.
And how do Canadians feel about Pierre Poilievre and Justin Trudeau in terms of who they would prefer to be Prime Minister?
Well, good news for Pierre Poilievre. You know, the ballot numbers are good for the Conservatives. The preferred Prime Minister numbers are still good.
Okay, so you see, Trudy had it made. Look at how many people wanted to have his babies at the time. Everybody did. Everybody. That high of a preference? Crazy. But then you see, hit 1, hit 2, hit 3, you're out, boy. Listen to this.
The trend line for Pierre Poilievre is at a level that is higher than any Conservative leader, including Stephen Harper, in the past decade. So, you know, right now, you know, he's basically in the driver's seat in terms of the ballot numbers, and also in the driver's seat when it comes to who Canadians today, at least, would prefer as Prime Minister.
Now, could this all change? Of course it could. But the Libs, I think, are done for the time being. There are some diehards that will stay on the sinking ship. I don't know what they would gain out of that. I mean, I wish I could put them in a different country where Trudeau was in charge and just kind of watch it like a science experiment. But we can't do that. So anyways, let's take a quick look at how Pierre handles himself when it comes to hecklers, because he has two approaches. One, he welcomes them with open arms. But if you're a reporter, he'll tear you apart like a rabid dog.
To suggest terrorism activity.
Actually, you're wrong. Are you a CP? Okay, so CP, by the way, CP, just for everyone's knowledge, did have to make 3 corrections for falsehoods that they put into a single article. I think that might be unprecedented. I'm actually thinking about checking with the Guinness Book of World Records to see if there's ever been a news agency that has had to issue 3 corrections for patent falsehoods that they admit they had been made in one single article, and now you've made yet another falsehood in your question. Where you are wrong is that CTV reported that the government of Canada was presuming that the incident was terrorist. So, yeah, that's what I said in my remarks. You're right. It was a media report, which is what I said. In the House, I said there are media reports.
We've just heard media reports of a terrorist attack, an explosion at the Niagara crossing of the Canada-US border.
Now, we know the mainstream don't like him, so if you're a reporter, watch the hell out. But when it comes to the citizens, because he knows he works for them.
Go easy on him. He's okay. Well, I'll have a chat with this gentleman now. It's all right.
How can you hate that man versus this kind of man?
Of war in the... Hey, sir, I think Ukrainians can tell you a little bit about freedom and liberty, so why don't you settle down? This is a night for them, not for you. This is a night for Ukrainians, not for you. If you want to stand and cheer with Ukraine, do that. You want to wave that Ukrainian flag, please do. But let people celebrate that Ukraine is still standing and Canada stands with it.
Screaming at the top of his lungs like some kind of a lunatic, as if he's putting on some kind of show where he needs to emote like it's a play or something. Let's go back to the charts.
A survey that we did with the Globe and Mail asked Canadians what would be the best way for the Liberals to improve their chances of doing well in the next federal election. They're presented with a number of options. You know, the top recommendation that Canadians have for the Liberals to improve their political fortunes at 39% was to have a new leader.
I mean, 100%, Trudeau's got to go. And I'm not a diehard conservative, by the way. When Pierre gets into office, I'm trying to manifest over here when he gets into office, I'll hold him up to the same magnifying glass as I do the Libs. As everybody should. I've said it before and I'll say it again. They're politicians. It's all part of the game to them. And we, the people, should be playing the game too.
At 25%, or 1 out of every 4, was to focus more on economic issues. 20% said nothing. There's nothing the Liberals can do.
I love it. Nothing, not a damn thing they can do about it.
6% said continue the policies that they've had for the last number of years. And this is the killer. Keep Justin Trudeau as the leader. Like, have him be the leader to lead in the next election. 3, Michael, count it, 3%.
3%? He just said 3%. I mean, the Libs that are committed to sinking with the ship, I applaud you. It takes real commitment to have this level of follow through for anything. If y'all had this level of commitment to the gym, you wouldn't even need body positivity. But pow. Okay, I'm kidding. I mean, that was mean. I'm playing. I'm all riled up from this video. Désolé. I apologize. Okay, with that, I think I'm going to end it there. Like, comment, and subscribe, and come back for more.